Rock and roll time with two big butt Reiki mistresses, Helen Chin-Lu,
and Robin Bornstein. Hello, everyone. Nice to see everyone here.
Yes, and we were sitting and chit-chatting because Robin and I like to talk about our day, our week a little bit, because even though we share the same office, but we don't necessarily see each other very often. So tonight's program, it's all about narcissistic personality and empath. I should say the empath, and how those two hit kind of like butt. And what do you do? What do you do when you're, of course, I think narcissistic people, the other code name is energy vampire.
Yes.
Oh, I wish I had a thunder thing that I could bang and do sound effects.
EVs.
Yeah. Energy vampires, another name for narcissistic personalities. So I'm going to let Robin just jump in because she wants to talk a little bit, and we're going to mix up the program a little bit. But tonight, the show is all about how to protect yourself.
Talk a little bit. And I'm actually going to share this over on my Facebook because I did that one time. I think it's good if I share this on my page. So I'm going to share this before I start. So everyone, welcome. I'm going to do a nice grounding meditation to start tonight's program. And we're going to do a grounding meditation to get into the mood to talk about EVs, energy vampires. So we're going to protect our energy before we start talking about people who can come in and suck up all your energy. So this technique is something I do, and I recommend everyone trying it out the next time you know you're going to be in the presence of someone who can suck your energy. So I want you to sit as comfortably as you can, whether you're sitting in a chair or lying down. And Helen's going to do some virtual distant Reiki on everyone who's here. And if you're watching this after the fact, that's okay too. You'll still receive the healing energy. So take a deep inhale in and exhale. And if it's comfortable for you, close your eyes. But if that's not comfortable, not everyone likes to close their eyes during meditation, just rest them just softly, like just look down at the desk or the chair or the floor or across the room. And again, taking in another nice deep inhale in and out. Relax your shoulders. Remember, it's perfectly okay if you have thoughts coming in and out of your mind during meditation. When this happens, just bring your attention back to your nose. Feel the temperature of the air on your skin, of your face and your nose, your hands. Notice the temperature all around your body. Again, breathe in a nice deep inhale in and out. Again, another nice deep inhale in and out. If at any time during this meditation you have the feeling of needing to take a nice deep inhale or exhale, please do so. Again, take another nice deep inhale in and out. Now breathe nice and slowly, nice and normally through your nose. And we are going to bring down and around us and within us a beautiful protection of healing energy and healing light. I want you to envision a beautiful golden bright light above the crown of your head. This light is warm and it sparkles with beautiful energy. Now, just like the rays of light that come down from the sun and the moon, I want you to bring to your imagination rays of light coming down from this beautiful orb of light, coming down around your head and your neck, coming down around the trunk of your body, your hips. And again, this light keeps traveling down to your knees, to your ankles, and to your feet. Notice the weight of your feet. Your feet are being protected from the energy of the universe that's coming down around your entire body to your feet and connecting with the energy of Mother Earth. And just taking a nice deep inhale in and out. Allow your shoulders to relax more. Feel the weight of your body. We're now connected with Mother Earth and the energy of Mother Earth. You are also connected with the universe above. This energy that is around you and within you protects you from anyone or anything that may try to rock your energy or disturb your peace. This powerful protection is like a shield of beautiful healing energy. Your personal spiritual shield. Just taking a nice deep inhale in and breathe out. Feel this energy around your body, protecting you. It's helping you to relax. It's rejuvenating your muscles, your cells. Relax into the weight of your body. And feel that connection. Feel the protection. Now begin to wiggle your toes. Feel that grounding energy coming back up into your legs. Just give your ankles a little bit of movement. Notice your knees. Now on your next breath, I would like you to take a nice inhale and exhale. And while you're doing that, adjust your hips. Just move your hips a little bit to start waking up your back. So inhale and exhale, and just give yourself a little bit of movement. Feel the energy coming up into your spine. And just drop your chin a little bit forward. Now bring your chin back up to center. Breathe in and out. Gently take your left ear to your left shoulder. If that's comfortable for you, just give your neck a little stretch. Relax the shoulder back down. Bring your head back up to center. Now take your right ear to the right shoulder. Just give your neck a nice little stretch. And slowly relax the shoulder down, bringing your head back up to center. Drop your jaw. Relax your eyes. And slowly open your eyes. And while you open your eyes, wiggle your fingers. And just give your arms a little stretch forward. And just come back to the room and feel that beautiful light around your body. And you can do this simple technique every time you need to go into a store or into a meeting or onto a Zoom or wherever you feel that you need to have that grounding protection with the earth and the universe to help protect your energy field. So taking another nice deep inhale in and out. And let's have fun talking about other techniques that we can do to protect ourselves.
I hope everybody enjoyed that little grounded meditation, not only to keep you in your body, but is also to help you to set the intention on what you want to get out of tonight's topic. And you could leave it blank. You know, ask your highest being, I want to absorb as much as I can to learn how to, you could say, protect yourself, or maybe help the other person to realize what he or she may be doing to others. So Rob and I, we were talking earlier. We started talking about the narcissistic personality. Who do they love? Well, number one is they love energy healers.
Mm.
I was saying to Robin is a classic case. She's narcissistic food for them because she's so sweet and she's so giving and she's understanding and she tolerates.
Yes, but I have my limits and I'm not a pushover.
Oh, you've come a long way in 10 years.
Exactly. And I think what's so funny is that I think people underestimate me because of, I can be so sweet and I am sweet, but you know what? We all have our light sides and our dark sides. And I can definitely, if I need to, be that powerful force of energy to let you know, hey, the way that you're sucking my energy or taking in is not okay. And I try not to let things get out of hand. I'm very good about setting boundaries, and I think that's something that I work really hard on. I try not to be on my devices. I try not to be on social media too much, which is really hard these days. Everybody's on there. It's social. It's fun. It's pretty. I mean, people post beautiful things, at least the things that I see.
So what is that? What does that have to do with just the narcissistic personality? Is that where they hang out? Is that what?
Oh, absolutely. I think social media. I think social media has created a generation of narcissists.
Really?
I do because I think everybody posts so much stuff, personal or business or otherwise, and it can be about the likes. Oh, how many likes did I get? Oh, that's so cool. I got 100,000 likes. I mean, what does that mean, really? I think it's fun. It's all fun, but I definitely feel that some people feed on it. And let's face it, I mean, people have actually had accidents and passed over because they've done crazy, stupid things on social media, trying to get that crazy selfie on the side of a cliff and they fall. I mean, that's like a narcissistic move right there. I mean, let's seriously, like you put your life at risk because you want to get likes. So I think I think there's so many different types of narcissists out there. And I don't think narcissists are horrible people. I just think that they tend to
attention seekers.
I would say attention seekers, and that doesn't make them a bad person.
No,
but they can irritate and annoy a lot of people with their behavior.
Yeah, well, especially when they're constantly putting their needs before everybody else's, then your needs doesn't count in their eyes.
Yes, exactly. And I think that they lack the empathy of being able to put their feet in somebody else's shoes. They can't see past their own needs, wants, desires. It's all about, what am I going to get? What are you going to give me? If I give you something, I expect something in return. It's like that quid pro quo mentality.
Yeah, I remember when in one of my jobs way back 1,000 years ago, I remember this one guy, he was just a freaking pain in the ass. And he wanted me to do something. I can't tell you what it is now because it's 40 years later. And I remember I did it because that's the way I am. I just do things for people. And I remember he says, I owe you one. I said, I'm thinking to myself, I said, you owe me nothing. So, I guess being a opposite of a narcissistic person is being an empath. And I thought about it because there's so many of us do things because we like doing things. It's not because we expect anything in return. And, one of the things I think about, Ron, what do you do when somebody is constantly coming at you energetically? Especially, when they're annoyed with you, especially if they can't get their way.
Oh, that's always a fun one. I personally, and I don't know if this is a good technique or a bad technique, but because I don't have time for that, nonsense,
Uh-huh.
I don't engage. It's not my problem if they're like coming at me. That's their problem.
Very true, because it's so funny. Those types of people activates, I call the warrior in me. I think about all the archetypes there are in the world. As I mentioned here, this is my Carolyn Mace's archetype cards. And I think the box has about 64 personalities. All of these personalities live within us, every single one.
Yes, we all have traits. We all have narcissistic traits. Some days they may be stronger than others.
Oh, yeah.
So you just need to be aware, do some self-reflection and be aware of maybe when you were exhibiting those traits and if you liked them or not. And most people don't like that side of themselves, or they're not proud of it, especially if they become aware of it. So you just want to do a lot of self-reflection on your situations and how you're behaving, or if you have something, really do some self-reflection. Go within. Yeah. Don't go into the ego, though. You want to go into that beautiful, loving, kind place.
But you also can't be defensive either, because
yes,
I have people, I'm going to even use you, Robin. You one time called me on my shit. You called it, and I'm like,
I can do that. I can do that sometimes.
Yeah, and I'm like, whoa, Robin. And
I'll tell you, I call people on their shit when I really love them.
Yeah, the first thing was, I went, go, Robin. But most importantly, I didn't take it as a offensive or go into my defense. This is the problem with a lot of narcissistic people. If you call them on something, the first thing they do is, you made me do this. You brought that out of me. And I'm going, really? I brought out did I say something? I was about to hit the goof button on myself. I don't think I brought that out of you. So
that's so funny. Yeah. I think people have to realize we all have this within us. We all have it. And
definitely.
Sometimes it shows up stronger depending on what's going on in our lives. But being aware that we have the potential to go into that place and try to take a step back and look in the mirror. I always feel that when you're having a big issue or something going on in your life emotionally, take a really hard look in the mirror at the thoughts that are going through your mind.
Yes.
Why you're thinking this way? What got you on that thought process, right? Mm-hmm. And really, try to understand, or if this were my loved one and they were feeling this way, how would I help them? How would I get them out of their narcissistic way? Because we can get in that way very easily with our egos. It's so easy.
Oh, it's so easy.
So easy. But when we're dealing with somebody on the other end, and if you're aware of your own traits, you pick up on them easily with others, and you're able to protect your energy. You're able to take a step back. You're able to put up a boundary to protect yourself.
Well, I also noticed too, because why we don't do this is because we find ourselves being too much in a hurry.
Yes.
Well, in a hurry, we just don't want to make time to listen to somebody's hurt.
It's true. And I just heard a term this week because I'm doing another project, and so the saying that this woman that was training me, she said, take 5 minutes to save 20.
That's a good one.
Oh, I know I heard that before somewhere, but it was a good reminder.
See, I've never heard of that.
Okay, so when you're dealing with people who may be coming at you, sucking your energy, take the 5 minutes to stop, reflect on how you're feeling, and if you need to set up a boundary or address the situation, and also assess the situation. Is it worth going there with that person? Is it worth wasting your time if you know you've done this
Umpteen times. Yeah.
Yes. You know, you need to assess the situation to protect your energy. Is it worth going there?
Yeah, that's one. And two, if you feel like you need to go there, speak up. Because what I always tell people, if this person has done this to you 3 times in a row, then it's become acceptable behavior. They think that you have become a floor mat to them.
Mm.
And it's really important. If you don't say anything, they think it's okay, because they're really gauging on your response to see what is right or wrong. Especially most narcissistic people have no idea what the boundaries are, so they're going to constantly test it.
True. And sometimes I think it's important to call people on what it is that they're doing and saying, but then other times when you're reassessing how you're feeling, but also knowing if you're an empath and you know what that person's going through, that maybe now's not the time. Now's not the time to even go there. So you have to be careful, because sometimes if you go there with a narcissist, it's just going to spiral out of control.
Oh my gosh, it's amazing.
Miserable. And was it worth it in the long run?
Yeah, I'm amazed the things that they will sling at somebody to divert your attention away from them. I am amazed the things that they remember from 25 years back. They'll come right out and you'll go, what are you talking about?
Oh my God.
When?
Yes. And I used to be, I could be that person at one point where I would bring up something from and it took me a long time. You know, sometimes you just have to let things go. It took me a long time. Like I guess when you're dealing with a narcissist in your life that has been around forever and the same mistakes keep coming up. Oh, and that's like, Helen, I don't know who you're referring to or who you're dealing with, but if you have to constantly rehash the same situation, maybe a different day, different situation, but same thing, right? That is when it's crazy making, and you just have to let it go. Let it go, because you can argue over the same thing, or the same type of thing.
Yeah, and then
for 20 years, and is it worth going there? Just let it go.
So one of the things too, I also believe when you have a karmic relationship, that's probably most likely that's maybe came from your last lifetime together, and you didn't resolve it in the last life. Here you are rehashing it again in the current life. So I think it's really funny. And how do you know if you're repeating the same lesson that's been passed down from the last lifetime? If you notice, it's the same damn lesson.
Yes. And I often say this about certain people that I've observed over the years, where they take, 5 steps forward, 3 steps back. Like
oh my gosh.
And it's interesting to watch. And as the years progress, I think they've gotten better. But some people just make the same mistakes over and over again. And it's kind of funny. It gets comical. Like, did you ever watch that show, Larry David?
No.
He's a creator of the show, Larry David. I think he was involved with Seinfeld too. Yeah, he was. And that show, he just like does these stupid things, and you're like, oh, he's such an asshole, but you can't stop watching. Right?
Oh, I think I did. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's like 5 steps forward, 2, 3 steps back. It's comical. I mean, it's classic narcissism. And funny to watch sometimes, if it's not dangerous. I mean, there are all different levels of narcissism, where some of them can be really, really harmful.
Yeah.
Very, very harmful.
I think that's the COVID one, or there's the pathological liar one. There's more variations.
So many different levels. And some of them can be extremely dangerous, extremely damaging. They can cause a lot of trauma to people. When, just like any situation, if someone in your life is doing that, you need to seek help.
Well,
seek protection.
So, one of the things I think about, if you choose, how do you make room for these people in your life, especially if there's a blood relationship? And, you know, I always say we make choices every single day, because especially those types of people, they constantly cross the lines at your expense. And especially being an empathic person, you feel every nuance of emotion that's involved, where they're thinking, I have no idea what you mean.
Yeah, then they won't. And so it's not, yeah. I just, file it away.
Yeah, so
Like,
it's
like you file it away. You just take notes.
you can take notes.
You take
So,
notes, people.
one of the things, you have to give yourself permission to say, you know what, this isn't going to work. And believe it or not, the narcissistic person, yes, they do feel some level of hurt if you break away, but in many ways, they don't care either.
No.
They just
Right.
they go up to the next person.
Yeah, there's always another sponge out there for them to.
Yeah, always.
Yeah, there is, and I think it's, and sometimes it's just a natural growing apart of the way life works. Sometimes you move to a different job, you move to a different state, you move to, things change. But sometimes when you do have to make that clear cut break, it's powerful and it's a good thing to do. So if you feel you ever have to do that, you just, and if you have to have a conversation, have that conversation. It could be difficult, but
it is difficult, but you still could wish them well.
Absolutely. It doesn't have to be nasty. It doesn't have to be unkind.
No. And you know what? Because chances are very good the person is not going to learn the lesson they have agreed to learn within their lifetime. Because I still believe everybody has a soul contract. If you're conscious or not conscious about it, there are lessons that we are meant to learn within a lifetime. And why do people learn such awful things like murder, rape, or being unconscious? I don't know. So depending on where you are in your energetic evolution, you carry this like baggage.
Yes, I agree. And I also listened to this healer one time, and she gave me this different theory or different advice on how to look at past lives. Like, I know Helen and I have been together for a very long time. I know that there are, and Talia was with us, and we had so much fun.
Yeah, Talia
but I definitely think that, we're here now. We're here in the present. You may be having issues with people in your life at this time, and they may be a narcissist, and there's nothing you can do about it. But you can be the best version of the person you are right now here in this time. I like to think that we're all in between time. We're all in between time. So I think, you may have had past lives with different members of your family, different friend groups. We call them spirit groups, don't we? Or soul groups.
Soul groups, it's interchangeable.
Yeah, and so, you may have this constant issue with this one person who may be the narcissist in your life. And is that ever going to change? Is it ever going to get better? Maybe, maybe not, unless you go to a lot of therapy and that person sees the light. But, if you are aware, be the best version of yourself that you can be here and now. And seek out ways to be the best person that you can be. Hire a coach, hire a healer, go to therapy, take care of your body, hire a personal trainer, go to the doctor, make sure you get all of your important appointments taken care of. Do what you need to do here and now to be the most loving, kind, healthy version of you that you can be. And that's going to help heal the people around you. It's going to help heal you and maybe move you on into your next place that you're going on the other side, or wherever we go when we pass over to the next place. maybe you'll, earn some star points and get to a better situation. Who knows? We don't know the science or what's behind there. I believe the science will catch up someday, but be the best person you can be today.
Yes. And I think, you know what would be a good subject to talk about in next week's talk, Raman? Let's talk more about past life regression. And if you want, I'll even do a past life regression meditation.
That would be awesome. That would be awesome.
I haven't done one of those in a long time, but the past life, because all of our past lives lives within us. Once in a while, you might have a little glimpse of a memory of something that you go, where did that come from?
Yes. Or you have a deja vu moment. That can be, yeah.
So
do you know anyone who practices that technique of doing past life regressions? It might be fun if we could get them on as a guest. That would be really interesting.
That would be, I mean, I would have to, oh no. I just think of someone. I did one show with her and she didn't want to do it anymore. She didn't feel that kind of, this type of broadcast and interrupted her energy flow.
Oh, absolutely. It might be difficult. They may not need to do a reading, but maybe discuss it with us more on a deeper level. But I have to say, I remember, I'm not going to say who was doing it, but I can remember in high school, somebody I know was, I think we were juniors in high school, and they were thinking they wanted to be a psychiatrist someday. And I don't know where, because this was new to me. I was, I'm in high school. I don't know anything about this stuff. They started practicing past life regressions on our friend group.
No, really?
Yeah. Like I can remember being in someone's basement and, oh yeah, we're going to let's play past life regression, people.
I don't think
and someone like lying on the floor and I can't remember what they did, but I can remember watching this and watching it go on and it was wild. And I think they did it a couple times until they got scared.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't even know. I'll have to reach back to that person and find out whatever possessed you at that age, at that time. What were you reading? What were you watching? Who introduced you? Because I can remember observing it and thinking, okay, this is wild. And here I am years later. I think I was always meant to be in this work.
All right. So
I've been around people like this all my life.
Yeah. So let's end on that note because it was just lovely. I hope this little talk to help you to manage your energy around energy vampires. Keep it in mind. Keep in mind, you could set the limitation. You could set the boundary. You just don't need to be nervous about saying no. You don't be nervous about using your voice. And this is really important. The more you buy into taking care of yourself, you can be the kick butt, well, you're a kick butt empath to begin with. So Cheryl says, as they say, these types of people keep coming in our lives until we learn the lessons. That's very true. So we are meant to experience this. So how do you survive it is another story. So the thing is you do is not to punish yourself if you do have an outburst. Understand that the other person that's coming at you really does not know the difference. They don't know what to do because of the way they feel about themselves. If you choose to make space for them, do it at what is comfortable for you. This is really hard as an empath because we think we're here to help everybody on the planet, and that's not the case.
That is not the case. We can't help everyone.
No, we can't help everyone.
They want to help themselves.
Yes. And chances are very good you're meeting up again in this lifetime. This is not a one-time deal. You probably have known this person for many lives. And that's what we're going to do next week. We are going to do more past life. We're going to do past life regression, a small one, so it won't freak you out. Because if we were in my office, we would do a big, pretty down, deep regression where you really will go into one of your lives.
Yes, and it's so much fun. So I see that we have some people watching here. So if you guys are here and you've ever had an experience in this lifetime, in this time that we're in now, if you've ever had an experience that you think, oh, I know that I had a past life with this person, or I feel I've been here before, or anything like that, share it with us. Bring it next week. Type it into the box or send us an email beforehand, and we'll share your experience with everyone.
Well, anyways, first of all, I want to thank you so much for joining Robin and me. Please subscribe, like, follow, share our video with your friends. Let's build a huge community of empaths and like-minded people.
Yes, let's have fun.
Yes. So be well, be safe, and we'll see you next Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.